Emily O'Brien, and I'm here from Exposed Urban at the Salem Theatre Company on Lafayette Street in downtown Salem, and we're here today to talk about art in the community and the Salem community, how the community can get involved here and see some of the upcoming shows that are happening, and also the importance of having an arts area and an arts infrastructure in downtown Salem. So we're going to talk a little bit with Gary LaParl, who's the executive director, and also John Fogle, who's the artistic director, and they're going to tag team to answer some of the questions I have for them today, and so we can educate you a little bit more about the Salem Theatre Company. So welcome. Welcome to Exposed Urban, and I think we're going to start with Gary over here, and he's going to give us the lowdown on who the Salem Theatre Company is, what they do, where you can find them.
Well, Salem Theatre Company is a nonprofit right here in downtown Salem. There was a time about a year and a half ago when we thought we weren't going to be in downtown Salem, but we specifically set out to find a space all of our own. All of our venues had dried up for the first, that we had been using for the first 7 years of existence. So we bit the bullet. We leased this space about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Our mission is to enrich the artistic, cultural, and economic life of the greater Salem region through the performance of works of classical, contemporary, and new works of theater.
Okay. Awesome. And I know that you just recently unveiled a new season. So, John, do you want to talk a little bit about what shows you have coming up?
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to mention the last show of our current season, which is a wonderful family drama comedy, really, called Painting Churches, which goes up on May 12th, coming up. It'll conclude our season, our first season in this space, which was wrapped under the umbrella title of By and About Women in Contemporary Theater. All female playwrights this season, and this will be the last one written by Tina Howe, so we hope you can join us for that. Our season 9 has just been announced, and pending availability, because you announce a season and then you go make sure you can get the rights to do these things, but generally you can. We're going to do a season of a very exciting season, sort of about grand delusions. It opens with a Halloween scheduled play called The Woman in Black, a great mystery thriller, which will play through the month of October. And then at Christmas time, we have a wonderful spoof, an operatic piece of foolishness called An Empty Plate at the Café de Grand Bouffe, which is going to be, I think, delightful and very fun for the audience. In January, February, we're doing Tom Stoppard's classic play, The Real Thing, which dissects marriage, theater, writing, and is probably one of Stoppard's most famous plays, and he's a hugely famous playwright. We follow that with Yasmina Reza's classic play, Art, 3 guys talking about a white canvas. It's 3 guys in a canvas, and it really gets messy, but it's very funny. Tony Award-winning play. And the final play of the season is a new play, relatively new play, written by Jeffrey Hatcher, called A Picasso, in which the famous artist in Paris in 1941 is summoned to a vault to validate the accuracy of some paintings that the Third Reich has confiscated for the purposes, he thinks, of a major exhibition. Doesn't turn out that way. So it's a mystery thriller, 2 characters. I'm really looking forward to that. And that's the season. Now, we also do a lot of other things, which Gary can talk about more. Like we have a Music and More series as well, which will include, we don't know yet, but it's...
We're working on our Music and More series for season 9. Our Music and More series, we said we have this space, we have this great, vibrant community in downtown Salem that want more, and so we've been doing one-night concerts, weekend theater events. Last weekend we had Tripping Lily from the Cape in, and they're a wonderful, wonderful band of string instruments, beautiful harmonies. They're going to be, they were commissioned by the Cape Cod Symphony to do their Christmas show with them this year, so they're wonderful. Gregory Douglas has been here, Raymond Gonzalez. We're working on getting Mason Daring. Working on getting David Roth, who's been making the rounds on the coffee house circuit. A lot of possibilities in our Music and More series, including showcasing some local talent as well.
Oh, fantastic. And people can find out about that by following you on Facebook. Or on Twitter. Okay, so that's a great way to find out more about what's going on down here. And I know that I was entertained by your description of all the shows that are going on. That was entertaining in and of itself.
If we don't get the money we need, I'll just describe the place.
Yeah, that'll work. You can't cash that in with me, though. I don't think that's really going to happen. So how do you go through, what is the process of how you actually select, or the themes that you go through as the artistic director?
Well, I think, first of all, I look for plays that will fit the space. We have a 50-seat theater here. We have,
Intimate
we're
setting.
not going to be a theater of spectacle. The Lion King will not work in here. Because of the limited number of seats, we probably can't support big musical productions because of the royalties. So I look for plays that will work in this space. It'll fit well in here. So they're usually plays that have a unit set or minimal set changes, and maybe we've had as many as 8 characters in a play. So that's one thing. And then I look for plays that that I think have proven audience appeal. They're stage-worthy plays. And if they're new, and we do take risks on things because we like them, and so A Picasso has not been widely done, but it has been reviewed as a play that everybody will be seeing in the neighborhood soon, because it's that good. Le Empty Plate de Café Le Grand Bouffe is just a wonderful, fun piece that may not be famous, but we think it's going to work really well in here.
And I like when you say it, too. So.
Le Grand Bouffe.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that
can't
means,
repeat
but it's
Le
going to
Bouffe.
be fun.
I have to say that we're finishing up the first full season of John and I working together, and I have to say that I really appreciate how he selects and the plays that he selects. It's a really comfortable and sometimes uncomfortable mix of edgy work, things that people want to see, the tried and true, but also including some works that are going to challenge the audience,
Okay.
which I think is what theater is, and he does a great job of mixing all that
Balancing
together
that.
and balancing it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, there should be surprise in theater. It's about surprise. We head down one path and suddenly we go to another. And that's true of any drama, even a novel. Any piece of art has to have some surprise to it, some element that takes you into a new direction and excites you. So this is what I look for in plays, and I think we've got a great season next year.
I mean, it sounds like a really exciting season. I'm sure that a lot of our viewers would be interested in staying up to date, especially on the Music and More series that I think is a great opportunity for local artists, musicians, anyone to get involved, and also another place for residents in the Salem community and on the North Shore to come here and to add this into their repertoire for the evening. And that's, I think, a great thing that you guys are bringing down here.
I want to mention one other thing. This summer, we will be doing our 6th or so annual Moments of Play Festival, in which we invite playwrights to submit plays, and we look at short plays, 10-minute plays that fire quickly, and that have to be really effective and well crafted. And we put on a festival of 10 one-act plays here, new work that invites the audience to come in and see new tastes in drama, see where things are going. It's always very exciting. It's always very well done. We really
That's
like
happening
it.
this summer?
This summer, July 13th through 17th, I believe.
Yes.
So look for that too. That also gives an opportunity for the playwrights in the area, not just in this area, but also in this area, to have their work showcased by good quality actors and directors who get their teeth into it and put them up. These are not readings; these are performances. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you can find out more about that on their Facebook page. They also have a website, which is Salem
Theater with an RE.com.
SalemTheater.com on Facebook and on Twitter. So like them, follow them, check out what's going on, see what's happening with the Music and More series, and stay tuned for their next season because it sounds very exciting. And you can always access their links on exposedurban.com, and you can follow us on Twitter @exposedurban. So thanks for joining us.